ask you really quickly, and then we're going to turn it over to Bob Woodward. What is your take on Mitt Romney, the GOP donor class, everybody hammering you over the past week? What kind of impact do you think that had on your results last night, especially in Michigan and Mississippi?
Well, I have such love for the people of Michigan and Mississippi because they were hammered with ads like I've never seen before. I was in Florida at the big golf tournament, you know, at Doral, and every time there was a commercial, it was a horrible negative ad on Trump. And I'll tell you what, I think it's incredible that the people saw through those ads. They were phony ads. They were lies, disgusting lies. And that's one of the reasons I brought out the steaks and the wines and the different things last night, because it was all a big lie. It was all a big lie. And I'll tell you something, and all you have to do is go down to the federal elections and take a look at my financials and the incredible company I've built. And believe me, if I didn't build an incredible company, and if I didn't have the good numbers, the great numbers, I wouldn't have run, Joe. I wouldn't have run. There's no way I could have run. So, you know, everyone was shocked when they saw them. So I will tell you this. I have never seen such negative ads. And a lot of people have said it in your world, in the political world, that in doing this for one guy said, I've been doing this for 40 years. Nobody has ever been hit with ads like Trump. They spent $30 million on me over the last less than a week. And, you know, I just have such respect for the voters. They're really smart. They get it. They get it.
All right, Bob Woodward has a question for you. Bob, take it away.
Thank you. Congratulations. Quite a run.
Thank you, Bob. Hey, Bob, I still remember when you were up in my office many years ago, and that was still an honor. It was a great honor, believe me. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, Carl Bernstein and I came and interviewed you after your book, The Art of the Deal. I want to ask about the wall you're going to get Mexico to build. We were talking about this earlier, and a number of my colleagues here say you really haven't answered the question how you're going to do that. And you know, from business, somebody can have a good idea, but how are they going to do it? And can you give us some idea?
Sure. Okay. Look, the wall, first of all, Mexico's not going to build it. We're going to build it. And it's going to be a serious wall. It's not going to be a toy wall like we have right now where cars and trucks drive over it loaded up with drugs. And they sell the drugs in our country, and then they go back. And, you know, we get the drugs, they get the cash, okay? And that's not going to happen.
Right. How are you going to get them to pay for it?
And the reason they're going to pay and the way they're going to pay, Bob, is this. We have a trade deficit now with Mexico of $58 billion a year. The wall is going to cost $10 billion to build. That's what it's going to cost. It's going to be a powerful wall. It's going to cost $10 billion. Now, when you're losing, or essentially losing, but when you're losing $58 billion a year on trade, in addition to that, we give subsidies to Mexico. Believe me, I have all the cards. Now, will a politician be able to do it? No, because they don't know how to negotiate. That's how we have the Iran deal, where we give them $150 billion and other things. But for me, that's 100%, Bob, and you can hold me to it, and you will hold me to it.
Okay,
but you can hold me to it.
How do you get a sovereign nation that says they don't want to pay to pay?
I mean, very simple.
You know,
there are 5 different ways you can do it. You can do it through not giving them the subsidy that we pay them. You know, we pay Mexico subsidy. I don't know if you know, but the whole thing is ridiculous. We're paying everybody subsidy. We actually have a small portion of China where they get a subsidy from us because they haven't ended it for years.
Just suppose they won't do it.
We pay subsidy, money coming over the border. There are so many ways that Mexico makes money with us, Bob. There are so many different ways, 5 in particular, that we will take it out of there.
I'm sorry to press on this, but how would you grab that money if they say no? Would you be willing to go to war to make sure we get the money to pay for this wall?
Trust me, Bob, when I rejuvenate our military, Mexico's not going to be playing with us with war. That I can tell you. Mexico's not playing with us with war. Look, I have great relationships with the Mexican people. You've been seeing I'm winning every single poll in these primaries when they go out, when the polls come back in with the Hispanics. I have thousands of Hispanics that work for me, and over the years, tens of thousands that have worked for me over the years. I will tell you that the problem our country has is that our leaders are so weak. We have so many ways of getting the money to build the wall.
Are you sure?
We will give them less. Hey,
I'll tell you
Bob,
what we're going
we will
to do here.
less. We will tax them coming in.
Donald,
we will tax money going out to Mexico. There are so many different ways, Bob, your head will spin.
Donald, okay, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. Bob is going to come back to your office and give you that great honor, because I know he's going to want to follow up with more questions, but we have other people around the table who want to ask some questions about last night.